Zaporizhzhia, Ukraine, they come packed into battered buses and cars, riding in new Audis, old Ladas and everything in between. Some arrive with windows blown out, with pieces of white cloth tied to door handles and antennas or signs that say children, in hopes that Russians will withhold their fire. A month into Russia's bombardment of Mariupol, more than 3/4 of the population has fled this besieged city on Ukraine's southeastern coast, officials say, with thousands more escaping daily. Each afternoon, crowds of people arrive from Mariupol at the parking lot of a mall on the edge of Zaporizhzhia, after terrifying journeys through Russian-occupied territory. Officials have designated the parking lot as a reception point where buses come and go, and those who have fled can restock on food, water and clothing before continuing their journeys. Zaporizhzhia is the first major city on the Ukrainian side, some 25 miles from the front lines. The overwhelming majority of Mariupol residents have fled here. When we arrived and saw the Ukrainian flag, the Ukrainian military, one woman started, as one of her relatives interrupted, we had tears in our eyes. You just can't imagine. The two women, Angelina Voychenko, 34, and Yuliya Bortnik, 44, arrived in Zaporizhzhia on Monday. Their extended family, 4 adults and 3 young boys, piled into a Daewoo sedan last week to begin their escape from Mariupol. For weeks, they'd sheltered in the basement of Voychenko's parents' home, with no electricity or phone service or heat, as the building shook from fighter jets and explosions. When they emerged to buy food, what they saw made them decide to leave: destroyed buildings, looted stores, no food in sight. They passed through checkpoint after checkpoint manned by Russians, they say, enduring soldiers' questions and praying that there would be no shelling. When they finally reached a checkpoint flying Ukraine's blue and yellow flag, they wept with relief. We haven't experienced such a feeling in life before, when you realize that you are back in Ukraine and that you are under protection, that you are free and can move freely, Voychenko says. Shelling began in Mariupol soon after the Russian invasion began on February 24. It is a strategic target for Russia. Seizing the city would create a land bridge between its border with Ukraine and Crimea, the peninsula it illegally annexed in 2014. The bombardment has been unending. Local officials say that 90% of Mariupol's buildings are damaged or destroyed, a figure those who've fled say is too low.